What's going on, guys? Garrett here from Qore Performance with a quick instructional on ICEPLATE Gen 3. This is the latest evolution of our flagship thermoregulation and hydration technology with over 6.5 million hours worked without heat injuries since 2017. In this video, we're going to cover what's in the box, how ICEPLATE works, how to set it up, and how to take care of it. Let's get started. Let's talk about what's in the box when you order ICEPLATE Gen 3. So ICEPLATE Gen 3 comes in two different configurations: drinkable, cooling and warming, and cooling and warming only. And two different colorways, Frost and Coyote. Depending on your use case, you can select your preference on the product page. So the first variant for ICEPLATE Gen 3 is drinkable, cooling, and warming. So that's going to be this one over here. So this package is the complete thermoregulation and hydration system. Inside the box, you'll find the ICEPLATE Gen 3 hard cell bladder, one IceCap Gen 3, one one-way valve cap, and one Source 90 drink tube. The second configuration is the cooling and warming only package. That's this one right here. This one is designed primarily for thermal regulation, and it's the version our enterprise and team customers use when sharing ICEPLATE between multiple team members. This box includes ICEPLATE Gen 3 and two closed caps. So now let's talk about the caps that come with the different configurations with ICEPLATE Gen 3. So if you order the cooling and warming only, that's going to come with two of these. These are our closed caps, and they do exactly what you think, what they sound like they do. They're just closed caps so that you can freeze them and fill them with warm water. You're not going to be able to drink out of an ICEPLATE that comes in the cooling and warming package. So if you order the drinkable plus cooling and warming package, that's going to come with one of these, which is our one-way valve cap. This is what allows you to drink from your ICEPLATE. Because ICEPLATE Gen 3 is hard sell, you're going to need this one-way valve cap to actually suck the water out of the ICEPLATE Gen 3. And then the second cap that it's going to come with is one of these, an IceCap Gen 3. So this is a QD drink tube adapter, and this works with our Source 90 drink tubes, which are included in your purchase, and also with most drink tubes on the market. IceCap Gen 3 clocks at the 8 o'clock position when you screw it on, so that the quick disconnect button is facing your back, so that you can easily access it with your thumb to disconnect your Source 90 drink tube and use the hydration as a magazine function when swapping out your ICEPLATE on body. The other reason that IceCap Gen 3 clocks at the 8 o'clock position is because it ensures that the quick disconnect button will not be accidentally toggled and your Source 90 drink tube will not accidentally be disconnected. One interesting fact about the caps, our one-way valve cap, IceCap Gen 3, and closed cap, they all share the same thread standard, that 28410 thread standard that's the same as Coca-Cola and Dasani, that's available worldwide. It's the same as Ice Flask as well, and also the ports share the same thread, so it is maximum interoperability. So just a quick note, for those customers that order a cooling, warming only package and then later down the road want that drinking capability from their ICEPLATE Gen 3, you can do that. All you need to do is order a Source 90 drink tube, a one-way valve cap, and an IceCap Gen 3, and you'll be good to go for that drinking capability from your cooling, warming only ICEPLATE. Those can be found in our replacement parts section at our website at QorePerformance.com. Every ICEPLATE Gen 3 features both a top fill port and a bottom fill port, and two 50 fluid ounce fill lines for freezing or cooling, and a max capacity of 52.4 ounces when used for hydration or warming. The reason it includes these two fill ports is, one, because you want to place your one-way valve cap up here if it's a drinkable, and your IceCap Gen 3 down here. So the reason that it includes two fill lines is because you can adjust the way that you fill it. If you have a shallow sink and you can't fit it in there when it's standing vertical like this, you can turn it like this and fill it like that. Now let's talk about how ICEPLATE Gen 3 actually works. ICEPLATE Gen 3 takes the natural thermal properties of water and turns them into an advantage. Whether you fill it with ice cold water frozen overnight or warm water in colder conditions, it uses conduction to pull heat away from your body or transfer it to your body to prevent heat injuries and hypothermia. Each plate delivers about 70 watts of cooling or 52 watts of heating power per plate, and depending on the environment, you'll get approximately 2 to 4 hours of cooling or 3 to 5 hours of heating. Because it's built to the exact dimensions of a medium ESAPI plate, ICEPLATE Gen 3 integrates seamlessly with your kit with minimal bulk. For more information on the thermoregulation science behind ICEPLATE and the rest of our Ice Age ecosystem like Ice Flask and Ice Vents, check out our blog, Thermophysiology and the Environment, on QorePerformance.com. Now let's move on to how to set it up. Setting up your ICEPLATE Gen 3 is simple. Depending on what you're using it for, you'll use a different cap configuration. For cooling and hydration, install the one-way valve cap on the top port and the IceCap Gen 3 on the bottom port. Fill it to the 50 fluid ounce line if you're planning to freeze it. This allows for water expansion during phase change from liquid to solid. Freeze it upright when possible so that it doesn't block the valve. For heating and hydration, use the same cap setup and fill it with warm water up to 52.4 fluid ounces. If the water ends up being a bit too hot, you can always add room temperature water to cool it down. For cooling and warming only, install closure caps on both ports. Fill it to the 50 fluid ounce line if you're planning to freeze it, and don't exceed it to allow for expansion when freezing. And for hydration only, once again, one-way valve on top, IceCap Gen 3 on the bottom, and fill to 52.4 fluid ounces. Now that your IcePlate Gen 3 is filled and ready and you've got the correct cap configuration, let's mount it. IcePlate Gen 3 is designed for universal integration across plate carriers, chest rigs, backpacks, and our specifically designed line of safety vests such as IceVest Class 2. If your plate carrier has internal Velcro loop fields like our IcePlate EXO Gen 3, mount IcePlate Gen 3 internally to the rear plate bag using IMS Pro Gen 3 for full conductive thermoregulation. If your carrier doesn't have internal Velcro loop fields, you'll use the CATAMARAN Gen 3 along with IMS Pro Gen 3. CATAMARAN adds a Velcro loop field so that you can mount internally and still get the same thermoregulation benefits. If you prefer external mounting or just want hydration only, IcePlate serves this purpose as an extremely durable hard cell hydration bladder. IcePlate Gen 3 can be mounted externally via our upcoming collaboration effort with Dynamic Principles, the IcePlate back panel. Stay tuned to our Launchpad email list for more on that. For chest rigs or standalone setups, IcePlate Backpack Gen 3 gives you full hydration and thermoregulation capability without interfering with your front loadout. For use with our safety vests such as IceVest Class 2, IcePlate Gen 3 simply inserts into the plate bags and is then worn. For more details on mounting IcePlate, be sure to check out our IMS Pro Gen 3 and CATAMARAN Gen 3 instructional videos. Now let's talk about care and maintenance. After each use, rinse your IcePlate Gen 3 thoroughly with warm, soapy water and let it air dry completely. If you want a deeper clean, it's dishwasher safe. Just remove the caps before running it and place it inside the dishwasher with the side port facing the jets. For the exterior, just wipe it down with a soft cloth or sponge and a bit of dish soap to remove dirt or sweat. For the Source 90 drink tube, to release excess water, simply remove the bite valve and disconnect the tube from the ice cap and whip the tube around in a circular motion. A few quick safety notes before we wrap up. For warming, use water only at a temperature that you're personally comfortable handling. Again, heating temperature can be modified with the addition of room temperature water. And just to be clear, IcePlate Gen 3 is not a ballistic armor plate. It's designed for thermoregulation and hydration only, to be worn in conjunction with body armor when used for military, law enforcement, or prepared citizen applications. This concludes our instructional for IcePlate Gen 3. We hope you found it helpful. For more details on how to build your complete thermoregulation system with ice vents, ice flask, and ice sleeves, check out QorePerformance.com. If you've got questions or need support, our team is always here to help. Drop a comment below this video or reach out to our team at support@QorePerformance.com. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and until next time, stay frosty.